The I'm Friends with the DJ podcast is brought to you by Grip Tins. Patent pending 100% food grade silicone, BPA free with gecko grooves and spiral ring sleeve for your bartending tin. In an environment where things tend to get wet, we let you get a grip. That is www.griptins.com. www.griptins.com. GRIPTINZ. Grip Tins.
All right. We are here today, episode 7 of I'm Friends with the DJ. We got Angelo the Kid, myself. Then we got Olive Oil, Merkel, and Fish.
Never, ever try to say a line that Matthew McConaughey said ultimately in my favorite movie of all time. Never do that again.
Why? What'd he say?
I didn't even see that again, kid.
All right, bro.
All right. Oh, yeah. I know that.
Come on now. That's from Dazed and Confused. Don't do that shit. Don't do that to me. Don't ruin it.
Dude, that was a plan.
Stay the same.
And we got our guest here today, our boy Aaron.
Special
guest.
Thank you guys for having me. Long-time fan of the show.
Thanks.
So Aaron's been a loyal fan. Aaron gets it. Aaron loves it. He's a DJ too, so we love bringing in our DJs, and we're gonna talk about what he's been through and how long he's been DJing. He's got a good history, and he's a good kid. So, Aaron, what's up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, bro. How are you?
Good. I'm chilling. I'm drinking a glass of wine because I'm a 50-year-old man. But besides that, I'm chilling. So what's going on with you? What are you doing this quarantine? You DJing a lot? I've been seeing a lot of stuff.
Seeing some Friday Night Freak Fests over here.
No,
what is that? What is that about?
Okay, so I want to say like the first week of quarantine, like I started doing a live stream on Instagram. Like I saw you guys do it at first. I was like, this could be a pretty cool idea. So I did it on a Tuesday, and not a good idea because my mom works in the pharmaceutical field, so her job is pretty demanding. So I just wanted to make sure, she gets enough sleep so, she can get up in the morning.
You're blasting on a Tuesday.
Exactly. Blasting on a Tuesday. Yeah, that's not going to fly. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to move it to Friday because, she's off on the weekend. So, you know what? It wouldn't even matter. Yeah. And so one day the first time I was playing, my friend, Matt Noble, shout out Matt Noble. He coined the term, oh my God, it's the Friday Night Freak Show. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it and I'm going to run with it.
There we go. So what you do every Friday? You do the Friday Night Freak Show? What do you play for an hour?
Every Friday.
What do you guys do?
Well, what I do is I just spin like a bunch. Like at first, I was doing like a bunch of like house, hip hop, reggaeton, psytrance. I did one time. I did dubstep at one show.
That's
and
awesome.
Honestly, like it was good, and a lot of people were feeding off it. But what a lot of people like, especially like because it's mostly my friends that are watching, like they love house music. Their house music till they die. So like I have to have house like almost every set. So
that's what you're cranking up. I love what you do. I love what you do. So I see your posts every Friday. So what he does is he took like the Snapchat like snippet, and he puts all his friends' faces on the Friday night thing. And he's got a list of like 20 different faces of like all his friends that like tune in, which I think is great because it gets them kind of like involved. Like, oh, Friday night, 10 o'clock or 9 p.m., blah, blah. And he's got all the little faces.
That's awesome. Are you where are you doing it on? Are you doing it on Instagram or?
Yeah, I did it on Instagram originally, and then because the whole copyright thing with Instagram, like I wanted to change it to obviously, but like I tried to change it to Twitch, but not everybody wants to because the thing about the Friday Night Freak Show is like the chat are hilarious. If you ever take a look at the chats,
they go in. I popped in for a little bit one time after I said at Green Rock. They're going in.
That's funny as hell.
And like it's the craziest thing ever. And like not everybody wants to migrate to Twitch, obviously. So like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna make a return to Instagram, and if they take me off, I'm going back on.
Yeah, that's smart. So Aaron, let's actually go back a little bit. Like, kind of talk to us how you got into DJing and stuff. Where have you been? How long you've DJ'd? And just go into that route. What do you like playing?
All right, I'll get.
Let's hear the origin story. Exactly, the origin story.
Okay, so the origin story, I want to say 2011 was the mark year. I want to say. Okay. So it was like the year I graduated grammar school, and I was going into a new high school where I didn't know anybody. That's a whole nother story, but basically I wanted to have something for where I could stand out. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't the most athletic guy in the world. I wasn't the biggest guy in the world, and I really didn't have a lot of self-confidence at that point. So I took a look at inspiration from like other people, and like I saw like what was the biggest TV show at the time? Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
And who was the big, and you're gonna hate me for this, but who was the biggest guy on that show was Paulie
D.
Paulie D. I don't know. We can debate that. Mike, the situation, he had a lot of pull back in the day.
He did.
Snooki. Vinny's the homie. Vinny's the homie.
But like, yo,
so Paulie D was your inspiration.
He was one of my inspirations. I would say he is the first inspiration, but like, because the thing is, he had the gimmick. You know what I mean? You could say. You can argue about his talent all day, but he has the gimmick. He has the look.
Yeah.
He has the pull.
Yeah, that was a big thing
at a major nightclub because he can bring people in.
And that's how we got that. That's how we got our stereotype as being that Italian. Yo, you're a DJ. You probably fucking Italian. You probably or go down the shore.
No, you're right. You're right.
Listen, we're not wrong.
That became a Jersey look.
Gonna lie, most of the DJs that I know are Italian. Or
that was his whole look was a look before he showed up on television.
Exactly.
I knew plenty of people who had that look way before.
No, I agree.
I never had a blowout, but I had a faux hawk back then. I'm not gonna lie.
That's lit.
Faux hawk might be worse.
Man, we gotta pull up that picture.
but Fish, I actually totally agree with you. Obviously, because we grew up in the same town, Nutley's super, super Italian. So like we grew up with really like Italian Guido kids throughout our whole life. But I agree with Aaron saying.
I had a blowout in third grade.
Yeah.
Blowouts.
Yeah, you're right. What Aaron said though, with like Paulie D, like blew it up on a national level. You know what I mean? Like Jersey, we always had that, but like changed the whole game in terms of like what the rest of the country thinks about us and stuff. And like it did kind of come up with that like Jersey DJ idea is like what you're looking like. I mean, we could talk about it even with Dean, what Dean and them did. Like Dean and them basically did Capicola Brothers off of him, and it was an inspiration, or an idea for a lot of people and stuff. That's awesome though. So like, so you got into DJing in 2011. What was like your first ever controller or turntable, or what did you do? How did you learn?
All right, so I go up to my parents and I was like, guys, I want to learn how to be a DJ, and they're like, DJ? That sounds interesting. And they thought it was. It was like, oh, it's a hobby, but like this could actually be good for me. You know what I mean? Because they saw, because prior to that, I was in choir. I did the plays in grammar school. So,
so you always like get into music, into theater. You're always like,
oh yeah. Like I was Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. I'll never forget that. That like everybody, like, I'm not going to say it because you have to see it for yourself. I try to be as humble as possible, but everybody says that I can sing and I can dance. I mean, that's debatable, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So you're always kind of into that and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, I had rhythm, so that's all that mattered.
Yeah,
that's
probably helped you get into DJing and stuff for sure, right?
Oh yeah. Like if you ever see me DJ, like I'm bopping my head and I'm dancing.
Yeah, you do your thing. You get into your groove, you know. I feel like everyone does that.
So the first controller I had was Virtual DJ Newmark Mix Track Pro 3, and it was horrible when it had the little iPod dock in the middle. So
had an option, use iPad. So
I remember that.
You use Virtual DJ with the Newmark.
I used Virtual DJ my first that was my first actual like controller, and I didn't know how to mix, I didn't know how to scratch or anything. So what my parents did, because since I graduated grammar school and went to high school, they got me a class. They got me a class to this place called Scratch DJ Academy in New York.
Oh wow! So you went to school for this? This is crazy.
Yes,
that's awesome. A lot of people usually don't go that route. So like you actually learned like the kind of like the bare bones of how to DJ and stuff. That must have been awesome.
So like what do they teach you there? I guess is it more so scratching, or is it just like the basics kind of thing?
Well, actually, they try to give it like the all-around perspective of the DJ world, and basically, when I started out, I had to learn how to baby scratch, scribble scratch, and then that was like my first class. Like me personally, if you want to learn how to DJ, you got to learn how to do the baby scratch first, because that's how you cue on the one, as we all know. And I learned on Technique turntables. Like as you guys know, I've never touched a CDJ before.
But you got techniques, bro. I barely touch techniques. Like,
I've never touched techniques myself. So you use turntables.
We gotta help each other. We gotta help each other. Angelo, come over my house. Like you guys live in Nutley. Like screw it.
I got it. Yeah,
when this is
they're
over,
fun.
You guys are coming over my house.
Exactly.
After we DJ, we go to the pool. How's that?
Yeah. That's invaluable information. What's up? You good? You gonna water something?
I'm good. I just wanted to show you because later on I got another controller because I didn't want to haul my techniques all around. And this is what more or less it looked like. And I bought something similar that worked with Serato, just to, have a similar feel.
Yeah. That's awesome though. That's great that like you have the knowledge of the old school style. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I've never played on vinyl. That's something brand new. I don't even know how to set it up. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be able to interchange needles and set it up and go through that process and stuff. So like that is a huge tool to learn. You know what I mean? Especially starting.
So did they like ever teach you like stuff like how to open a room or like a little bit more in depth of music and stuff?
They did. I want to say the second class I took was with a guy by the name of DJ Namanon, and he was the New York director. And he doesn't work for the company anymore because he wanted to go his own route. But the guy overall, he's like my sensei. Like you guys got to meet this guy. Like he is one hell of a DJ.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you. He knows.
So you work with him hand in hand?
Oh my God. This guy taught me how to mix. He taught me how to open up a room. He told me how to close. He taught me one class, it was like a mock wedding, and we had to learn how to, announce. I was the MC, and that wasn't a great job.
It's something that even goes into like the private event side, which is
Wow, that's awesome. So it seems like it's just like a crash course of like the overall industry from nightlife to private events and stuff.
How long is it? Is it like a year-long course kind of thing?
I want to say.
How long did you do it for?
I want to say I did it for about a year, and then I finished like everything.
Okay. Oh wow, nice. And then like, it was just like certificates. Were you like tested and stuff? Did you have like classes and?
Yeah, it was an actual class, and they would actually test us. Like,
and you go to New York, or is everything online?
Yeah, I went to New York. Yeah, my dad would take me to New York, and he would actually sit in class with me. Let me tell you something. I'm going off a little bit on a tangent. Like my family is the biggest support system I have when it comes to like my DJ life, and
That's huge. That's important.
It's amazing. And my
having
dad
a support system is huge.
Yes.
You need that.
Yes. And even when the going gets tough, you need to have that support system.
Yeah.
Sure. My dad, he knows probably like, I want to say like he grasped about 70% of all the courses and everything like that. And like he's like, my dad like loves music in general because like prior like going again off on a tangent. My dad was in a band, so he was really into like music. Like he was like back then in like the 80s, he was into like awesome bands like Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, Yaz. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them, but they're awesome. Like me and my dad still. Yeah, me and my dad were actually listening to like Prince last night. My dad loves Prince.
Yeah, Prince is a shit. I love Prince. Like
all
that 80s and 70s stuff I love love so much, like especially all the new remixes and all that. So such a vibe. It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Aaron, I got a question kind of going back to like Scratch Academy and stuff like that, your style. Like so
Merch,
in terms of the
shut your thing off.
You're pinging me, bro. You're pinging me.
I had it on too. That was my bad.
All right. Like the style of music, like what did you guys play? Like did you guys switch up music? Because I feel like they probably taught you with the old school techniques.
How about hip hop? How about this? Do they give you music?
Yeah, I want to say. Well, like they would show us music, but they wouldn't like give it to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think they'd be able to give you music, Fish. I think that could be not illegal.
I know they wouldn't. That's why I was curious.
No, they would. I don't think. Yeah,
well, I'm sure there's free promotional stuff that you could.
Yeah. No, you probably could have like scratch stuff. And question for you too. I know we're asking a lot of questions, but I'm just like overall curious about like a school because this is good for anybody to know if they ever wanted to do something like this. Did you have to bring any of your equipment? Or you went to New York, they had everything there. Do you need a laptop? Did you bring your own laptop?
Everything there. I bought a laptop, but it's not needed.
So you can just go there and set it up.
Yeah.
Did you do any vinyls, or was everything through Serato or through like a program?
At first, I worked with actual rubber vinyl, like the actual good stuff, and then later on, we worked with Serato.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They were like, yeah, if you want to, not only that, Serato eventually sponsored them. I think they're still sponsored by Serato, if I'm not mistaken. Awesome. Yeah. They like later on when because they have a graduation, and I have a video of my graduation on YouTube, but essentially,
I'll put that in the link.
And with the faux hawk, the braces, and the Rush shirt from Seaside. So I was like the ultimate like wannabe like Mike the Situation.
That's so funny.
You guys would love it. Anyway, I was 16 at the time. Holy
16
shit.
at the time. So 16.
I started.
Flash forward to where you are now.
14.
Okay.
I started at 14. So
okay, so you're on and off for about 2 years.
So on and off about 2 years because unforeseen circumstances. But
yeah,
I want to say I've been DJing for about, given those 2 years off, I would say about 7 years.
Nice. That's awesome. And in terms of your style, like, what do you like playing? We're pretty much all open format. Like, do you lean towards hip hop? Do you like house music? Like, what do you like? What makes DJ to a run?
Well, I want to say like at the beginning, I was a huge house head, and as you know, there was a big DJ. Like I would get inspired by YouTube. So like Avicii was a big inspiration for me.
We started
DJ
DJing at the
AM.
classic times.
AM was sick.
AM. I could still watch AM videos like all the time.
He's got a documentary that's like really good too.
Oh, I've watched that documentary like 6 times.
Yeah.
Like me and my dad like love DJ AM.
That's dope.
Does your dad know how to DJ?
My dad knows the aspects of DJing, but he's never actually
Like tried it out and stuff.
I've never seen him actually try it out. No.
Yo, Angelo, I know you're into the Marvel movies because I am too. You know he's AM's in Iron Man 2, right?
Yeah. He's a DJ. He's a DJ when when the Tony Stark's hammered.
Yeah, I remember that.
Crazy.
When Tony Stark starts scratching on California Love, that was my favorite scene.
Yeah. And he gets his ass whoops.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So wait, what were we going on?
So, well, let's circle back. I kind of know. We were talking about your music, and you said you got really big in a house growing up.
Oh yeah,
because you were around that time.
Yes, it was. I was like really into house music, and as you know, there was a big DJ on the internet with a Chucky mask. DJ Blend.
Yeah.
Like he had, in my opinion, like I thought his gimmick and like his like style was like awesome. So I tried to mimic that as much as I could. Like I saw DJ Blend like 3 times. That
was my first teen club. Was DJ Blend.
I went with my boy and my girlfriend at the time. It was at Bliss, right?
Yeah.
Blaze was opening up, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
I was there that night. First time I saw DJ Blend.
Oh wow, he's got it!
Electric Adventure, bro.
Iconic! Wow.
Yo, shout out Blaze. We were talking about this last podcast.
Shout out Blaze Banga. That's iconic. Wow. And you just sent me the picture over of you and Riggy. Where did you see Riggy and Piros?
Okay, I'll get to that story. So Riggy and Piros, like I was going to college at this place called St. Thomas Aquinas College.
Yeah, in the city, in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah. No, it was actually in Sparkville. It's in upstate New York.
Yeah, it's upstate.
Oh, is it? I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And but before I transferred out, because I just finished my last class at the VRI, so I go ahead with my mom. They were like, "Oh, let's get some Mo's, Wrong Dugs." I fucking love Wrong Dugs. So I go ahead and I'm in the back. I see this guy pass by me, and I was like, "This guy looks familiar." And then I see Piros sitting down eating a burrito. And I'm like, holy shit, it's freaking Riggy and Piros.
Oh, wow. So you knew that back then, and then you took the picture?
Yeah, I knew him because, like...
we actually have the picture right here.
Taboo.
Angelo,
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Angelo had a very similar reaction.
There it is.
Yeah, that's the picture.
That's funny as hell. Yeah, I had a similar reaction, too.
Angelo was so confused as to why they were at Cuban Else when we were DJing.
I was like, what's going on?
I was like, what's going on?
Shout out to the dudes.
Taboo had came out.
Yeah.
Taboo had came out, and I was like, this song fucking kicks dick. All right. And excuse my language. But
you're good.
You're never going to be on the show again. Don't worry. Now I'm playing.
It's the God's honest truth.
I remember when they showed up, I was playing all that shit. I was like, yo, I'm digging back. I played like their Poison remix because I wanted to be like, yo, I got your shit. Like their Poison remix is like.
Well, we'll get them on the show eventually. We definitely will.
Yo, that'd be dope if you guys get them on the show. That would honestly.
We'll get them on. After all quarantine and stuff like that, we'll get them and we'll bring them into it. So, Aaron, you started when you said you were in like high school, 14, did the Scratch Academy till 16. How old are you now? You're what, 23, 24?
I am 23.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, you've been DJing for a while, longer than me and Fisher.
But not to get ahead of you, because I wanted to answer your question from before about like what music style I do.
Sure.
Like one time at Scratch DJ Academy, DJ Namanon, my sensei, was like, okay, you're not going to spin what you're usually going to spin because all I did was house. So he did this thing purposely to find other genres. So So we had like a little raffle, and for me it was underground hip hop, and I was like, oh Christ, because prior to me going into house music, like in grammar school, like all the rap, like especially like where I went to school, like Lyndhurst, like it was Young Money or Die, like it was nothing but Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj, like
Yeah.
all the
that was the thing.
that was that, or you didn't listen to anything else. So I was like, that's all that. So I was like,
it's all really that you knew. You know what I mean? So you had to branch
so I
out
was
and
like,
learn more.
So it was like, underground hip hop, like unreleased Lil Wayne music. He's like, no, like somebody that's not signed to a label. I was like, oh shit.
That's good though. It definitely gets you, expanded.
But he didn't like leave me out in the forest to like die. He actually like gave me like suggestions, because that's what going back what you were saying, Fish, like they would show us music like that would work in what setting. So he showed me like a whole bunch of like underground hip hop artists like Danger Mouse, Jay Dilla, MF Doom, like all the like all those guys. Those guys are like really underground. And I still listen to like Jay Dilla and MF Doom to this day. And honestly, like that opened me up, because now I want to, because the teachers at Scratch DJ Academy, not saying they can't do other genres, but they're hip hop heads hard. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's New York.
They
New
love
York,
other
New York
genres.
had a big grasp, especially when you were there. Yeah.
I feel like you definitely love your hip hop too. I always see you posting like
Big
L,
rip a lot of hip hop.
Big L, and a lot of that like 90s stuff.
Like I like boom bap for me, like in my opinion, is like the best kind of hip hop ever. And one, you got to know your crowd, and two, you can't go wrong with it because it's classic. You know what I mean?
Wait, what's it?
And
what is
even
it?
the new stuff,
Bap, bro.
even the new
KRS-One and shit.
KRS-One, Big L.
Oh, like that? Yeah.
Even the new stuff.
KRS-One
like
has
Badass.
a song called Boom Bap. Boom Bap, original rap.
I gotta look into it.
Bobbing.
KRS-One, best MCs, bar none.
I agree.
That's huge. That's huge.
Like Run DMC?
No.
Oh, speaking of Run DMC, the guy who founded Scratch DJ Academy was Jam Master Jay, who was the DJ for Run DMC. Another reason why I have my name. One day they were like, you got to pick your DJ name. I was like, all right, so what can I do? My name is Aaron. I have 2 A's in my name, so I'm just going to put a 2 in front of
the A's.
An A to symbolize 2 A's. The Run comes from Run DMC, because I want to pay homage to that.
Oh, wow. I thought it was just like a take on Aaron.
Like Aaron.
That's like, it was like boom bap makes you bop your head pretty much.
It is kind of like a take on Aaron.
But now you're even more. That's like even better backstory though, because you really started from Scratch Academy, and Scratch Academy's owner is a guy from Run DMC. Wow,
exactly.
That's a good backstory.
We learning stuff every day over here.
Always. So Aaron, like going through that route and stuff like that, like getting out in the scene, like what are you looking to do? Well, you're looking to get into the Hoboken or private events. Like where are you looking to grow and play?
Me personally, I want to get started. Like my first gig in Hoboken, like was in November. You actually got me my first gig, Marco. Thank you. By the way, you broke my Hoboken cherry.
There we go. Gotcha.
So it was honestly, and I played one more gig. Dami C got me the gig. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Dami C is the reason how I met Olive Oil. Like that's basically.
Shout out to the boy Dami C. Yeah, that's how we got connected. One of our buddies from Totowa through Murphs and everything, and through like mutual friends.
He's a nutcase, but he's good people.
Yeah, he's good people. Definitely.
I fucking love Dom.
But
if I see him one more time at Murphs, he tries to shove him into the wall and knock him out.
But so yeah, I ended up getting you connected with somebody that got you into Hoboken, which is dope.
Yeah.
Like, are you looking to get into Hoboken? Are you trying to get into local spots? Are you just trying to branch whatever?
Me personally, I want to get into the Hoboken scene because I think that's like an awesome thing, to be a part of,
Yeah.
and especially going to like the Get Down meetup where you guys took me and I met Angelo and I met Cream and I met all the Get Down guys. Like you guys, like all of you guys, and especially you guys too, Merkel and Ryan. You guys have have shown me nothing but love, and I can never be more
Thank you,
grateful.
That's what it's
Thank
all
you
about,
guys
bro.
so much.
That's what it's about. It's
We
a
just
DJ
we want to see everyone progress,
Listen,
Thank
me
you.
and Fisher got in one way. We brought Angelo into Get Down, and it's worked wonders for him. I mean, just keep going to the Get Down meetings, keep networking. That's the whole thing. At the end of the day, I like the DJ community kind of where we're at because at the end of the day, it is a cutthroat, individualistic like style job. There's only
honestly,
so many places, but it's a growing community. It's a good community.
Yeah.
The way it is in Jersey kind of makes me think like what it's like in other states,
Other places.
Yeah.
because like, I feel like Jersey is very like intertwined just in general. Like everybody in
Yeah.
New Jersey knows each other, but it's kind of the same way with the DJ community. You know all the DJs in a sense.
Yes.
I don't think
Curious how
like
it is in other states.
I think out of states is like more arena DJs. Like everyone tries to be like that. Like you don't have a bunch of bar DJs like being good friends. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like if they're doing a bar, they're just like, oh, I'm just trying to make some extra money or like they're not really into it.
It's probably in a different nightlife and stuff because at the end of the day, too, like Jersey's beneficial in the sense that we have a lot of spots where people go out, and it's like a state where people go out. So you get people going to the clubs, the lounges, the bars more often. If we're playing in Missouri or, Carolina, there's only a handful of bars. So I feel like definitely more cutthroat in that style. Like maybe they're not as friendly because 40 DJs are fighting for 5 spots,
Exactly.
Instead of us, where we have like a lot more, more opportunity.
They like different styles of music out there in the West too.
Different.
As far as EDM, like I think we talked about it maybe in a podcast.
No EDM.
Last podcast, middle of the country bass heads all the way.
Bass heads, yeah, that's what we were talking about.
We were down in Clemson.
Dance music.
Yeah, when we were down in Clemson, they barely played EDM. Like,
but the thing is, though, when we played at Clemson and we played
Freaked
Jersey
out.
and Clemson, they had no clue what they were fucking going nuts.
So like the DJs over there, they were playing typical dance tracks.
It was like
top 40 Drake, stuff. And then it was like 40. The 90s hip hop.
I saw a TikTok of like these 2 frat kids. They're like this, and it's like "We Found Love" by Calvin Harris. Like they're just like the original version.
I know you're talking about.
I was fucking dying when I saw it.
It was like Indiana or something like that.
Yeah,
like something
oh my God.
The kids look like 12-year-olds too. Like they look like they had to be like freshmen or something.
All you hear is that "We Found Love," like do 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 do.
Yeah, and they're like, and like I think the caption's like "Looks lit, boys." Or something.
Yeah, littest frat party I ever been to. We found love, OG.
Yeah, I mean, it really makes me think because you see posts like that, and then there's other posts where it's like kids that are going to school out in San Diego, they're going to school Arizona State, like the bigger schools and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw a TikTok the other day. Some like douchey frat kid put up a post like, "I miss college so much," and it was like top, like all the frat songs that you miss at your frat parties, and it was "Kill the Lights," it was "Tremor," it was "Losing It." It was, I think, "No Air" by Jordan Sparks for some reason.
I'm like, we play this shit every
Damn,
weekend.
that's
like,
a throwback.
So it was songs like that. So like it kind of makes me think, is it
my
like
balls didn't even
colleges
drop when
especially?
No, I don't know. Like that's a good take, Fish.
You know what I mean?
I think I just think we have a good idea, a good sense of what people like,
of what party music is, I guess.
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree.
I don't know.
Jersey Shore helped that. I'll give credit where credit is due. Jersey Shore definitely helped that.
In terms of us like growing up and like getting into the house, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I could see that and stuff because we were in high school and everything.
Because I feel like house, like me personally, from what I've seen, Jersey Shore opened my eyes to house music. Like, yeah, you hear like Alice DJ like on the radio, like like you hear that on the radio
some
and
90s,
stuff like that.
yeah, some 90s stuff.
But like for me, like it opened the door to like so much more. They're like, oh, so this is house music. And so so this DJ is associated with that DJ, but he doesn't do the same genre. It's a different genre of EDM. And then it just
you got into like the subsections.
Yeah. That was like the Dirty Dutch day. Like the
Oh my God. Dirty Dutch. I saw Chucky on his birthday in Aruba. And me and my dad went. It was the most craziest thing ever.
Chucky's crazy. He's a good hip hop DJ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sidney Sampson and Mastic Soul opened up for him. That was just before I think anybody knew who they were.
I got a couple Sidney Sampson tracks.
Sidney Sampson is amazing. I saw Sidney Sampson twice.
Riverside Sidney Sampson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw Sidney Sampson twice. Once in Aruba and once in Newark while he was opening up for LMFAO.
Wow.
Sidney Sampson.
I forgot about LMFAO.
Party Rock, baby. Party Rock anthem. Come on.
Party Rock. Yeah. I play that every single week.
No, but I like
wiggle.
Yeah, but no, like obviously, like I'm not saying that. I know the songs, but like I forget how popular they were.
Yeah.
My dad's got a picture with Red Foo because he went to Vegas. He went to Vegas with a bunch of people in the private event industry. It was like a DJ convention out there, and
your dad's a DJ.
No, well, my dad went for his own business. Like it was like there was also another convention for like communications and stuff. But then like all my part, like everyone that I work with in I Reserve was there. So he was like he met up with them and he ended up backstage. Like I wake up like a picture at 4:27.
Is that how you got connected with Josh through your father or?
No. I've known them for a while, but my dad's cool with Josh. My dad's cool with all of them. My dad goes.
Okay.
My daddy went.
Angelo was like 10 years old working with these guys, so
yeah,
you definitely knew who they were.
Like for us, you were the Frankie.
I was a youngin.
He was like the Frankie, like when Frankie started with Rob, because Frankie was.
Frankie started when he was like 17, though. Angelo was like 14, right? You were young.
Yeah, I was 14 when I started.
Yeah.
I started with Priori at AMG.
I wish we started earlier, Merkel.
Wait,
we started
Priori.
so late.
He's a private. Yeah, he's private events. He's
Dan Priori.
Anthony. Well, I know that's his cousin.
That's it.
Yeah.
D-Boy Entertainment.
Yo, D-Boy is the man, bro. Yo, he's so lit. He's so
he actually was just DJ the DJ, bro. He was just on. So funny story about him. I used to bounce with the Verona Inn, and he was one of the DJs to come in.
Oh shit.
DJ the DJ.
Shit.
And he was one of the only guys that we used to go back and forth on music, and he used to play Melbourne, bro. He used to play Teddy Cream and Brinny and stuff.
Melbourne.
And I was like shocked because nobody really knows that, especially like a local DJ at Verona Inn, you know.
Dude, he's so funny.
He's playing Cold Water and what's it called? Love Yourself.
He's a good DJ. He knows his shit. It's funny.
So funny. Wow.
Yeah, so he's Aunt Priori's cousin, and that's who I used to work with. He was like, he brought me in and it's shit. And but like I was saying, so I literally woke up in the morning, a text from my dad, 4:27 a.m. Him in a picture of Red Foo from LMFAO. I go, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was so fucking confused. Literally just both of them just chilling. He was like, I was literally taking shots with this guy the whole night.
That's so funny.
My God.
I didn't even know he sang shots.
I didn't know he sang shots.
It's funny.
That's funny. So Aaron, have you ever like have you ever done private events or gone into that style?
Yes, I did a couple of private events. I've done Sweet 16s. I've done weddings.
Nice.
I never actually went to like a private event company. I actually did my
one office.
Yes. So I did it through word of mouth, essentially. So like I've done a baby shower for my godmother's goddaughter, eventual goddaughter, but yeah. Because it was a baby shower, but I did my cousin Koichi's wedding. Awesome dude. It was crazy because I had to like download a lot of like Japanese music, which was awesome.
Yeah. And wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because he himself is Japanese Peruvian, and he married a woman who was Japanese from Japan.
Wow.
So
well, that's the best thing about this shit, because you like say you come across stuff like that, you have a whole Japanese folder of music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can never be like, oh yeah, like I could do some Japanese party, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. So yeah, that's great though that you've gotten to the private. Would you ever think about working into the private events industry and like going that route?
Oh yeah, I think I would definitely agree to that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like prior to like, I want to say prior me turning 19, I was a cockass. Not gonna lie, I thought it was the shit, and I was like, oh, I'm a better DJ than this kid. I'm better than this kid. I'm better than that kid.
Yeah.
And then
listen, everyone's like that though at a certain point.
And then
you have to have a self-confidence, but
yeah,
there's a fine line between being cocky and confident, you know.
But like, I mean, eventually God, you know, comes around and says, no, you got to fucking be humble, and he puts you in your place. So so now I want, you know, I didn't want to do private events because, you know, I want to be the big club guy. I want to be, you know, I want to be the shit. I want to be the guy that drinks hard and goes hard with his fucking boys.
Mm-hmm.
Gets all the girls, you know what I mean? But you know,
I think the biggest thing is, you know, being adaptive, you know what I mean? Because everyone wants to be that, but we all have to take the steps to get there, you know. So for anybody listening out here, you know, there is a process to it, for sure. So taking that industry and doing the private event, you'd be shocked, Aaron. Like, I think you should try to go into it because it will get you other opportunities into the nightlife.
Definitely.
Sure.
I agree.
I think especially with the private events, like you're putting in hours at the end of the day. Like you're DJing every weekend if you're doing private events too. Like that's something, and then you make your way into nightlife. And I'm not like, I don't know, like I guess like the whole, I mean, like like I'll get drunk once in a while, but like as far as DJing and shit, like sometimes I just want to DJ, you know, like that's it, all I want to do. You know, I mean, most of the time it's not really about the look. It's more just about being able to rock a crowd. Like it just like no better feeling in the world, you know?
Yeah. The energy and stuff.
Oh, it's it's honestly, I think it's the best feeling in the world, honestly. And I don't care. Sorry, I'm bleeding here though. That's why I'm so yeah, I'm good. I cut myself on my desk, but I think it's the best feeling in the world. Definitely turning out a crowd. It's like the best high ever. Like,
definitely.
Honestly,
definitely.
It's crazy because like music in general, like you got like I have a weird way of like picturing like DJing in my mind. Like picture like a train going on a train track, right?
Yeah.
You're in the back, and when you're starting your set, it's only the engine and the coal truck. You're a cowboy and you're lassoing the other trucks coming in.
Just wheeling them in, just growing.
Just wheeling them in.
This is a crazy analogy, but I kind of like it. Keep going, Aaron. Keep lassoing them in, baby.
We're gonna draw out this cartoon.
We are drawing this out. Shit, this is gonna be the intro for the fucking podcast. It's gonna be Aaron on the top.
Photoshop his face on a cowboy.
Bro, no, but you're building the scene, bro. I see you.
You're building it up. You're building the train. That's what it is.
I would have done like a pyramid, but I understand what you're doing. Building the blocks. You know what I mean? Getting to the top.
Exactly.
But that's
honestly,
awesome,
like music for me, I think it's the best thing ever. In terms of like me personally, I think music is the key, and I'm going on some hippie shit, but music is the key to the soul. Honestly, I really think that
universal language.
Music is the key to the soul. And honestly, going back to Prince, by the way, I love Prince. Going back to Prince, like if you ever like his song, like especially like perfect example, like in terms of like lyrics can really hit somebody in the soul. Like for example, like perfect song. You know the song Little Red Corvette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously it's about a woman. I have experienced a woman that was like the woman from Little Red Corvette. I bet a lot of other men have heard that.
Yeah,
so
you
when
felt
you
that.
hear what you feel that. So when you got a guy in the club and he hears like an edit or something of Little Red Corvette, he's gonna be like, this girl really screwed me over. I'm gonna have the best time of my life. I'm going hard with my boys. Like it really brings like inspiration, and it's crazy because like one song could remind you of a place, a person. It's the craziest thing ever.
No, you're right. That's the power of music, and I think that's why we all DJ. You know, we play those musics to recollect those times, those images of, and paint a picture for our audience and for our crowd to get them to reminisce or rejoice or kind of foresee things. 100%. I think we agree. But we are going to wrap it up fairly soon. We want to keep it around an hour. That's kind of our new going to be our new style kind of moving forward. Keep everything clear and concise. So Aaron, any last remarks? Where can we find you on social media? Do you have anything coming up?
Yeah, plug all your.
What are you looking to do? Like
plug all your
yourself,
shit.
Man.
Let people know about Friday Freak Fest.
All right, so here it is. My Instagram is at DEEJAY2, the number 2, ARUN run.
Yeah. So if you're watching right now, he has it over here at DJ2A Run. You could find him on Instagram there.
So, and on every Friday, I have the Friday Night Freak Show that's going to be going on until further notice because I'm going to be going on every week.
There we go. Are you going to continue it after quarantine? You're gonna keep doing it?
Most likely, yes, because nice. I've been getting a lot. What I really want to do is I actually want to get a venue and actually make a real Friday Night Freak Show.
Freak Fest.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I think it'll like. I was actually thinking if you guys want to hop on that, like I think that would
build
be
it
awesome.
out Friday Night Freak Show. Yeah, it'd be cool idea.
Make an actual one in a venue. I think that would be awesome. I want to say I get like around 40 people on a stream, and honestly, like if they see like a real Friday Night Freak Show, most of them are like my boys and my friends. And like my family, they'll definitely turn out for a real one.
Yeah, and that will just grow and grow and grow. I mean, you're building a foundation now, which is definitely important. But Aaron, anything else you want to say?
I want to say thank you guys for having me on the show. Especially like considering that you guys have other awesome people on the show like Dean Anthony, Blaze. You had UFO, so Greg is an awesome dude. I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me on the show.
No, thank you, man.
No problem, bro. Thanks for taking the time. It was really valuable to learn a lot of information that you have, especially coming from like the Scratch Academy, like that route. I think it's so cool. A lot of DJs, traditionally don't go that route. So it's cool to see, a style in terms of if somebody is looking out there and watching this and has never DJed before and is looking to get into it, there is classes available that can really help you out and stuff. And, it's benefited Aaron doing it back in the day. So it's good to know that there's other ways because sometimes people learning through YouTube or like teaching themselves stuff is tough. Sometimes people don't work well that way. So having like an actual mentor and a sit down and classes is huge. And that's awesome. I feel like you learned a lot of valuable information into it, especially if that's your sole thing that you've ever done.
You mind if I say something to the people out there?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see.
Honestly, there are different routes to going to the end. Not one of them is right. Only one will be right for you, and whatever you want, that's what it is for you. And don't be ashamed if you think it's the wrong route. You never know. It might be the right one.
Yeah.
Also, don't give up because I'm truly passionate about DJing. And if DJing is not your passion, whatever is your passion, follow it, take hold, and nurture it. And don't think that you're never good enough. You will be good enough. Trust me. You just have to.
I agree, brother.
You got to work at it. You got to build it.
That's what it's all about,
from the
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Because trust me, I've had those times there. I'm like, I just want to fucking quit. And
Yeah, you got outside the head and everything. It's ups and downs.
And my friends are like, you quit DJing? I'm like, and they're like, no, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's the support system that you have.
Like my nickname is Deej. Like all my friends know me as Deej because I DJ.
Yeah, that's always been your thing.
That's always been my thing. So like they're like, you're not quitting. So
definitely,
honestly, never. If you think something's not working out, like don't give up on it.
Just keep going for it. Hell yeah,
keep going for it. And when you think it's all you can do, then try look somewhere else. I guess I don't know what to say, but don't give up on it too easy.
You pivot and you try something else. That's how it goes. You know,
wise words. All
right, guys. So you want me to close it out? All right, guys.
Close it out.
Aaron, thank you, brother. Baby. Aaron killed it today. It was just we learned a lot, and it was awesome. So we'll be on again next week. We'll be talking about next week. We might do it just recording and just post it up. So we're gonna see. But thank you guys and have a good night.
She said